Yo, what's up, people? It's your boy. I'm Chris the Don One, and I'm back with another video. Don Squad in the house, stand up, salute. All right. Um, Probably been wondering what's been going on with me for the past couple of days, and what happened and what took place with me was, um, I had surgery last Tuesday, and I was in and out of the hospital before that time, and at first I thought it was my gallbladder. I thought gallstones, which it's a constant thing I have to deal with, uh, and I thought it was just that. And after I went to the hospital for it the first night, and then the second night it just got severely worse. Okay, I was feeling pain down in my stomach region, but I'm still thinking that it's my gallstone. All right. So I went to the emergency room. They did some, they did they did the consistent test, what they always did, but instead they did one test, and it was like the test where you pour the jelly on the side of your stomach. I forgot the proper name for that test. And come to find out, that's when I found out I had a bad hernia. All right. Now, they committed me into the hospital, and I spent like 2 nights in the hospital. All right. I spent one night, from that same night, I admitted myself into the emergency room. And then the next night, it was, after surgery. And even though they corrected the gallstones and stuff like that, my major problem was the hernia. And before I tell you about hernia surgery, having a surgery on your hernia, there are so many different types of hernia surgery. There's the type of hernia where they repair it, like if it's a tear or soft tear, they can repair it. So the type of hernia surgery I had to get it removed. All right. And when I woke up from surgery, I'm gonna tell y'all from when I woke up to surgery till now. And I had that surgery Tuesday. All right. So Tuesday I was in the hospital, after the surgery. Early Wednesday morning, like around 10 o'clock, they released me. And from Tuesday to Wednesday, I started experiencing weakness, a lot of pain, massive pain that I was dealing with. Okay. Um, even though they tell you to, after surgery, try to get up and walk, I'm going to recommend to you guys, it may be painful, you may be weak, but I suggest to you guys to the first, I say the first 14 hours of coming out of hernia surgery, I suggest to you guys to get to attempt to walk. If I know it's gonna be painful and you're weak, maybe they got like a walker that you can utilize. I didn't use a walker that much. I was mainly leaning on the little pole that had the IV bag, and I was walking around the my room. Then I started making my way walking around outside my room. I didn't go a huge distance, but I recommend all of you to, if you ever schedule for a hernia surgery, the best thing to get you recovered quicker is for you to move around, get the blood going. All right. Yes, it's going to be painful because of the they don't they use this type of bonding thing to bond your skin together. They don't necessarily stitch no more, and they say that process, it makes it heals it faster. Healing time is faster, but it's painful. All right. And you're constantly weak. And I think the reason why you're constantly weak in the hospital is the simple fact of you've been laying in the bed, plus they have medication, all right? And they pump you with all this medication, and you really don't feel, you feel some pain, but you don't feel the whole enchilada of pain, all right? So I recommend if you're scheduled for hernia surgery, I recommend after surgery, after surgery, give yourself like maybe 6 hours, maybe, because you're gonna go to sleep. But when you wake up, try to walk around. All right. Do not stay in the hospital bed. That's a very, get the blood going in your body, and it's going to be painful, and yes, you're going to be tired. So the first 2 days, I was, in the hospital, the one thing I could complain the most about, not complain, but the issue I had with was always being tired. I would never, I had to force myself to get out of bed. Another thing I noticed was the constant, and maybe it's the medication that they give you, like your lips will dry up, and like you can barely clear your throat. Because let me tell you something, the first 12 hours after hernia surgery, if you take deep breaths, it's going to hurt. All right. If you try to laugh, it's going to hurt. If you try to cough, it's going to hurt. All right. And when you try to stand up, it hurts. And that pain from standing up is from the stitch, with the bonding. I still call it stitching. All right. But they call it like some type of glue bond. I don't, So that's the experiences I went through in the hospital. Now, when you finally get released and you go home, all right, you go home, day one at home, you start to slowly but surely regain your endurance. You're not as weak anymore because those IVs, they're not in you anymore. And you begin to start the process of your self-rehabilitation. All right. Now, that doesn't mean when you go home, you go into a marathon or go to the gym or try to go back to work quickly, because you're not going to be able to go back to work for like 2 weeks. And that's the recommended time. I thought I can go back within a week, but the recommended time is 14 days. Okay, cool. So 2 weeks. All right. So your first 2 days, at home, everything is difficult because it's not the fact that you're weak. You're dealing with so much pain, particularly in your stomach region. All right. And I also started feeling pain on my left shoulder, my upper left shoulder. And I think the reason why I was feeling a lot of pain there was the simple fact of I was constantly, I was laying in bed. So I recommend you try to get up. All right. Now, when it comes to showering and, that's a must too. No baths. All right. For your first, I say for your first 3 days, try to shower and, where your wound at, have water on it, but don't constantly soak it in water. All right. Because your skin is trying to heal itself and merge with one another. All right. So you're going to deal with a lot of pain. Now, the doctor gave me pain medicine, and it was the Percocets. I never used those because of the side effects. I was fearful for the side effects. So I was doing a leave, and then I would switch from a leave to ibuprofen, and that helped, going back and forth. All this stuff I'm about to say, you need to talk to your doctor. All right. Just don't take it on face value. You need to educate yourself, go see your physician, ask your doctor what do they think? What do they offer? What do they recommend? And I never tried none of the perks, but I understand why they give it to you, because you're so, the first couple of days at work, I mean at home, you're experiencing all types of pain. Like if you bend down, it hurts. When you try to fully stretch up, it hurts. All right. When you try to take deep breaths, it hurts. Laughing, coughing, it just hurts. Okay. The funny thing somebody's going to laugh at is gas, passing gas. That even hurt the first couple of days. At home. All right. But I say within 2 to 3 days, you slowly but surely are able to walk on your own. All right. And that's why I said in the beginning of this live stream, it's very important for you to try to walk after surgery, because you get the blood going and you start building up endurance and strength, and the recovery time as far as you walking on your own, it's much quicker. Like I went home on a Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday were rough days for me. But Saturday, I started seeing a complete turnaround where, I didn't have to use the walker as much. All right. And then Sunday and Monday, I started, getting up on my own. Now, when you're also at home, when it really hurts is when you're trying to lay in bed, when you try to get in bed, and when you try to get out of bed. Okay. When you try to get in the tub to take a shower, and when you try to get out, stuff like that, it hurts. Okay. But it's a bearable pain. Just like getting in the car. I remember, okay, and I don't recommend this, okay, but the only reason why I did this was the simple fact I didn't have anybody to do it for me at that particular time. But I wanted to get out of the hospital quick, fast, in a hurry. All right. And I had to literally, I had my friend, get me out of the hospital, but then I also told him to turn around to the emergency room, and I was going to hop in my own car and drive. And boy, when your stomach is sensitive, you start feeling everything on the road. All right. I mean, everything is unbearable. Lucky for me, I didn't have to drive too far, but that was a struggle. All right. But it had to been done. But well, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I was dealing with all that pain, dealing with how I can cough without hurting myself, or sneeze, or take deep breaths, or whatever. All right. And I say like around Saturday, it started turning to the road of recovery. I say Saturday, Sunday, and Monday were the best. Thanks for the thumbs up. Was the best days of my life after having hernia surgery. I started to do things on my own. I started gaining back my independence. What's up, brother? Hello, my brother. Talking about my surgery that I had last week. All right. But I appreciate you coming in. So yeah, Monday, I was like at 80%. And today is Friday. And Monday, Wednesday, and I say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I can start doing things. I can, even though when I cough, it doesn't hurt. It don't hurt as much, but I can still cough. I can still sneeze. Even passing gas, it doesn't hurt. The only thing that hurts is when I take deep breaths, and I can't figure that out. Why, when I take a deep breath, I start feeling pain. All right. And but other than that, I can do everything else. I can get up out of bed, in and out of bed quickly, without taking my time, without feeling pain or anything like that. So hernias, and then you also have to, okay, you have to monitor what you eat. All right. I don't know if this applies to hernia surgery, But my gallbladder, I had gallstones removed, things like that. So I was on this brown diet, basically toast, crackers, jello, um, applesauce, um, I'm a soup, you know, and when I was eating that stuff went in quick, but it wasn't no hard substance I had to deal with when I had to do the number two. It wasn't real, because the one thing about hernia surgery, everything you do from your below region hurts. All right. Even passing gas hurts. Okay. And that was my concern about, well, what if I have to do the number two? Is it going to hurt? Because I had all this pain here and it was hurting for everything else. But I got on that diet, and that, as far as that part goes, it didn't hurt. All right. So I'm on the road to recovery. I got an appointment next week. I got two appointments, and they're going to determine whether or not I'm able to come back from work. I'm able to go to work. Now, one of the things they want you to do is don't lift anything over 10 pounds. All right. And I haven't lifted anything over 10 pounds. All right. And they want you to constantly, walk. All right. Get the blood going. All right. And the beginning stages, after having your hernia surgery, you're going to start feeling these moods. You're going to start feeling, when you're in the hospital, you're going to, there's going to be, voices in your head saying, well, won't you just lay down? You just had surgery. Won't you just chill and lay down and, take a load off your feet? And when you do that, that's when the road to recovery is a lot slower for you. So when them doctors are trying to get you up to move around, they want you to get up and move around so the healing process can speed much faster. All right. And at first I didn't get it. All right. Until I sat back in my room and I started thinking, and when you start processing the information that is given to you, yes, it makes sense for you to move around. It moves the blood flow around in your body. All right. And your immune system and all that stuff starts to get better. Another concern I had with hernia surgery is, we live in this COVID-19 thing, and the way how they doing surgeries now versus 5 years ago is totally different. Thanks for the thumbs up. They have precautions in place. Like if you have a loved one, they would prefer them to just wait in your room or the waiting room. Now, nobody can see your surgery. They would just keep you up to date. And it's due to the COVID concerns. All right. And at the hospital I was at, I was never in doubt or fearful of getting COVID. But when you go home, try to not, and during this COVID-19, try to not have a lot of people in your face at your home. All right. If you got a loved one that's taking care of you, cool. All right. If you got kids and they want to see you every once in a while, cool. But try to limit the crowd. All right. Even though everybody wants to check you, come by and check, see how you doing. We got all this technology. All right, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it so much. We got all this technology at our disposal. I got an iPhone, and then they was hitting me up with the voice. I mean, not with the voice chat, the video chat. I forgot what they called it on iPhone. All right. And then you got a Google, you got the Zoom, and if everybody wants to see you, or if they just text or call you on the phone, or email, whatever, you're still in touch. But during this COVID-19 thing, if you got any type of surgery, I recommend you not to have a lot of people in your face when you come out of surgery, because your immune system is so weak and it takes so long for it to build up. And you want to be at a point with your immune system where you can fight off COVID-19. Like the times when I was in the hospital, and when thanks for the like, and when I was in the hospital, and when I went home for the first couple of days, I had concerns because, wow, my immune system's low. And like in a lot of news reports, they say if you, if you got health issues, you're more likely to get COVID. Okay. So I was more concerned about that. I try to not, be in large areas such as the grocery store or the gas station or anything like that. I try to be, less was important for me. The less people were there, that was very important for me. And due to luck, when I went to the gas station, there was no one there at the gas station. So why was I suggested to this? To get informed, my brother. So I appreciate the likes, guys. So that was my experience with having hernia surgery. Thanks for the like. I just wanted to throw that information out there for you guys because I felt like it was very important. Maybe like younger folks. I mean, y'all probably don't think this is important, or people who never had hernia surgery. Y'all might not think it's important, but in the case that if it do come across your timeline where you might have to have hernia surgery, these are some things you can do. And like I said, next week I'm gonna be I got 2 doctor's appointments, and they're gonna hopefully they release me from return so I can go back to work. Also, I had the hernia, I had the gallstones removed, and I had a touch of pneumonia, which I don't understand how I got pneumonia, all right, in the first place, because I was never that mad sick. Okay, I never experienced any flu type symptoms. I never experienced temperature or sweats or anything like that. But even the doctor says they trying to figure out, I was trying to figure out how did I get pneumonia. All right. So, a lot of stuff happened last week, and it just all happened at once for me. But now today, I can literally walk around and I don't have to use a walker. I don't need nobody to guide me. But hernia surgery, the first 3 days of it, when you're in the hospital for that night after the surgery, from there to the first 2 days of you going home, it's terrible, man. It's super terrible. But you have to have enough willpower to push yourself as far as, getting up, moving around. Moving around does wonders for the recovery time. It makes the blood flow go a lot faster, things of that nature. So yeah, man, that's what's been happening with your boy. I did do 2 videos this week. One of them I already recorded it before I even had the hernia surgery, and I uploaded them on this channel. And I really do appreciate everyone coming to today. I appreciate the likes. I really do appreciate the love. I think next week it's gonna be business as usual. Because I feel a lot better. I still feel some pain. Even though I had that surgery done last Tuesday, I feel some pain, but it's not as deep or serious as it was last week. If that makes any sense to anyone out there, all right. But that's what I had to deal with hernia surgery. I hope the information that I talked on this live stream help a lot of people that either that's either getting ready to have hernia surgery or just curious about hernia surgery. When I looked it up on YouTube, I saw a lot of videos about this subject. All right. And I figured, and a lot of people were talking um, about hernia surgery. A lot of former patients of hernia surgery, and a lot of the videos were like kind of old, and the procedures, a lot of the stuff that they went through like 7 or 8 or maybe 15 years ago, they're not doing that in 2021. Well, in the 2000s. I don't know why I said 2021. So I just felt like this video was needed because just to get people out there, particularly with COVID-19 that we have to deal with. We have to deal with COVID-19 and all that stuff and all that jazz. I figured myself that this is very important to talk about. And I felt like this is very needed, for you guys out there that's searching it through the search engines or just on YouTube or whatever the case may be. But yeah, it was the first 3 days were like hell. All right. And then the other 2 days, it was bad, but I can see my health click in a positive direction. A lot of stuff I can tolerate, a lot of pain I can tolerate. And now today, even I had that surgery last week, and today is Friday. All right. So it's been like 7 days and some change. I still feel some pain in my stomach region. But when you look at my cut, where they cut me at, it's starting to, it's dark in those areas, and with time, it'll tan, it'll blend in with the rest of my skin. I'm not worried about that, but I don't feel the stitches like they're not stitches. They're like little glue or bond or whatever. I don't feel them like I could last week. And the one stitch is over here by my belly button. It's starting to form a little bit better. All right. But I can still feel pain in this region. And I feel like the reason why I feel a lot of pain in my belly button area is because this is the area where I do the most movement versus here on my side. On my side, I don't do a lot of movement. All right. But down in my belly button, you do a lot of movement. You get up, you get down, you lay flat, and like when I go to sleep, I don't like sleeping on my back. All right. So my sleeping schedule was all screwed up on the first 3 days. Well, when I got out of the hospital, the first 2 days when I went home, my sleeping schedule was all jacked up. All right. And it's because of I had to sleep on my back, and I don't like sleeping on my back. And I think yesterday I was able to sleep on my side, and I'm going like, oh spit, I can sleep on my side with no problems. I couldn't do that last week to sleep on my side because like I said, I had they cut me right here. But now I'm able to sleep on my side. I still feel like a little pain here and in my belly button area, but I don't feel that pain in the back of my shoulder. And I think the reason why I'm feeling a lot of pain in the back of my shoulder was I was putting so much weight on my back, laying on my back all the time. So when you have hernia surgery, even though it's gonna be painful, even though you may not feel up to doing it, or maybe you feel tired, I suggest to you, you're going to have to get up, move around, get that blood flow going, all right? Because the quicker you get that blood flow rolling, the quicker, the quicker the road to recovery will be quicker for you, all right? So that's, if I can give you any type of advice, that's the advice I would give you, All right. Try to get up, move around. Just don't be laying in one place forever. Don't, even though, like I said, after surgery, when I was in the hospital, I don't know what type of medication they was giving me, but I felt like it was the medication that was telling me, that was telling me just lay down, just chill out. I was making excuses for myself. I was going like, I just had surgery. Why should I keep trying to move around? It makes no sense. All right. And you're in massive pain, and you really, the best course for action, you think subconsciously, is to just lay down, but in actuality you need to start getting up. All right. Now my wife said, and I don't remember this, all right, she said when I came out of surgery, they was trying to get me to get up then, and try to get the blood flow going and pumping and stuff like that. I don't remember all that stuff. And when they sedate you, when they put that medication in you to make you fall asleep so they can start doing surgery, I don't remember all that stuff. And I don't even remember them putting it in me. All right. I remember I was on a table, and the doctor was asking me a bunch of questions, and I was just sitting there, nodding yes, and I understood and things of that nature. And then next thing I know, I just blacked out. So, then I asked him, how long you think this is going to be? And the doctor told me, I think that was the last thing I can remember. And he said that, it may take a couple of hours. All right. And then boom, I fell asleep. So when I woke up, I wake up, it's like a laboratory. And I can remember I was laying in a table, and I think there was another lady. She was on this side. She laid on a table, and there was somebody else. We were spread out, so there's no way we could have gotten. Well, it was plenty of social distancing, and I just remember getting up, and the first thing I did when I got up was threw up. I went blah. Okay, and I don't know. Maybe it was something that they gave me. I don't know what happened. All right. But I can remember pieces of that. I can't necessarily remember, of course I can't remember what happened in the surgery because I was knocked out, but I was going in and out of conscious, in and out of conscious. And I just remember trying to stay up, but I just couldn't stay up. I just fell right back to sleep. And every so often, I can just remember getting up, and I was looking up, and I was seeing the roof. I mean the roof of the build, not the roof of the building, but the roof of the hallway. And I can. It's just moving, and I'm turning around. I'm seeing different people. Okay, and I was just going in and out, in and out. And then when I got closer to my room, that's all I remember. Now, my wife told me that. She said I called for her and they wanted me to get up, all this weird stuff. I can't remember all that stuff. Okay. So yeah. That's just about it. I mean, follow the directions, wherever they have on your paper. They don't lift up anything that's 10 pounds. Don't, try to, go back to work quickly. One thing is said in the little paperwork when when I was looking at what I can and cannot do, it says you can't have sex. And I'm going like, I'm so in pain and I'm in and out. I don't even feel like doing nothing. I don't feel like getting down like that. So there's a lot of stuff that you have to really read. They're gonna give you like 5 or 6 pieces of forms and papers that you're gonna have to sign and you're gonna have to read, but you got to follow those instructions. Now, I'm pretty sure they're gonna let me go when I go to my doctor's appointment next week. I don't have no problem of I know I'm going to return back to work, but at what capacity? Will I be able to do what I was normally doing, or do I have to be on like duty? Can I work a full shift? Do I have to work half a shift? I don't know. So it is what it is. So yeah, that's all I got for this, man. I'm trying to stretch. I was stretching 5 minutes. Really, the first 20 minutes is very informational, very important. I'm up out of here, guys. Don Squad in the house, stand up, salute. I'm gonna come out with some more videos. I might come out with one video next week, and then I'm gonna take a couple of weeks off. But you know, I'm just letting you know. I'm just giving you a status, an update on your boy. All right, it's your boy, the host with the most. I'm up out of here. Deuces, guys. I appreciate everyone that came in, hit the like button. Also appreciate you guys sharing this with your friends, family, and followers. That is very important for this channel, all right? So, and it's very important for me, all right? So I really do appreciate that. I'm up out of here. Deuces, guys.